Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. I think I read one of my favorite books of the year. Let me get right into it. It's called The Business Trip by Jessie Garcia, female author. And I think it's the first book she's written because when I looked her up on Libby, there weren't any other books and there's another book coming out. I thought it was good. Now the only thing is, it did have some language, okay? And you guys know I'm not a big fan when stuff has language. It takes away from the story. But I thought this book was it kept my interest. I listened to it on audio. And it had several characters, but the good news is, because of the way they told the story, I didn't get confused. A lot of times I don't like books that have multiple characters, like a lot of characters. I don't know if this had tons, but it had more than the average. But I was able to keep up with it. It was not difficult to understand what was going on at all. I love books like that have it's smooth. You can understand, and it transitions well. That's the word I was looking for. So you understand what's happening, you know who's speaking, and you know what timeline it is. Like it said, like the week before the trip, the week after the trip. Taking place at work, things like that. So that's one of the things I liked. But let me tell you what it's about. I know I'm going on about what I like about books. But sometimes I don't always get to the point like I think I do, right guys? But anyway, so this about these two ladies, Stephanie and Jasmine, okay? Let's first describe Jasmine. Jasmine is a waitress, doesn't make a lot of money, okay? And she didn't grow up really wealthy, I'll just say that. She grew up not low class, I guess you would say, and she has a boyfriend she's living with who is not kind to her. I'll just say that. Not a good person, okay? His name I think is Glenn. And so she wants to escape him, and so she has been hiding money so that she can buy a plane ticket and leave, but she doesn't have any plans besides that. She just knows she wants out of there, okay? Then there's a lady named Stephanie. And Stephanie is a well-to-do businesswoman, okay? And these two ladies meet on the plane. And that's what you know so far. Now, you guys know I don't do any spoilers, and sometimes it's tempting to want to give spoilers. I don't know, because I want to tell you what happens at the end, but don't worry, I won't do that. So, they meet on the plane, and that's what you know so far. Well, all of a sudden, after they're supposed to not so much Jasmine, but Stephanie's supposed to come back from her business trip, and their friends are starting to get text messages, both of their friends, from somebody. They're starting to get text messages from them saying that they met a wonderful man named Trent, okay? And that they're busy. For example, Stephanie started sending text messages saying, hey, I need to be away. I'm going to be traveling to Atlanta. I'm going to be away for another week. I know it's unexpected, but some things came up. I met this wonderful guy, and it's like, this isn't like Stephanie. So Stephanie vanishes, right? Then the same thing happens with Jasmine. Jasmine all of a sudden starts texting, hey, just wanted to let you know, I met this wonderful guy. I'm going to be, out of town, that kind of thing. So they start getting messages. So it's the disappearing of these women. What happened? Now, one thing I'm going to mention to you is there's a character in this book. His name is Trent, okay? And he is the worst narcissist jerk I've ever seen. But for some reason, his character, that's part of the reason I like this book. A couple more reasons. His character is so hysterical. It's like you can't stand him, but for some reason I like the guy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's egotistical, but it's funny to me. For some reason, I just find him very funny. And maybe it's the way she portrayed him. But there is a huge twist at the end of the book that I did not see coming. That's the other reason. So I liked it because it kept my interest. A lot of interesting characters. And it just kept you going. I don't know, I wouldn't probably give it a 5, but I would probably give it a 4.7. I mean, it's really good, called The Business Trip. And it's rated good on Goodreads too. But the reason why is the characters in this book are very interesting. especially the character of Jasmine, who you get to know, and the character of that Trent guy. So, but I highly recommend it, and I'd love to get your feedback on it. It's called The Business Trip by Jessie Garcia, but I recommend listening to it on audio. Let me know what you guys think. What are you reading right now? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And also, if you haven't answered in the other one, let me know if you guys want me to start doing some thumbnail pictures. Thanks, everyone. Love you. Bye.